of time. Of course I have, but that's why I'm just like, you know what? I'm good, man. You know, you do your thing. You do your thing and you make your jokes, and that's fine. Official ends. You're saying, hey, BG, what do you think ever happened to Beyond Good and Evil 2? Dude, I have no idea. That sounds like I think that was a game that was in complete development hell for a long time, and probably to an extent might still be, but I don't know. That's not a game. I don't think I ever played the original, so yeah, I don't know, man. I wish I could tell you. All right, let me see what other topics I had. By the way, guys, hit that like button for me. Hit the like button for me. Get rid of this here. All right, hold on. I'm trying to sort my stuff out here. Okay, so I have a couple different topics here, and I'm not sure which one to discuss currently. We could talk about the PS5 Pro that apparently is coming, according to TCL. We could talk about all the different TV shows and movies that Sony is pursuing with their stuff. We could talk about, let me see. Well, Star Wars Jedi Survivor was announced. Talk about the Callisto Protocol. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? I'm kind of like, I don't know. I feel like there just hasn't been a whole lot of exciting things that happened this week. Top Gun. I haven't seen Top Gun either. Really good. Protocol. We'll talk about all of them, and I think I'll talk about them relatively quickly here. So I will talk about the PS5 Pro thing only briefly, just because I kind of want to just kind of correct myself, because I made a mistake. Not like a big mistake, but when I made my video talking about this PS5 Pro thing, yeah, I listened to other people give their opinions on it, and I realized that, yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking here. I kind of had this mindset that Sony was, not Sony, but TCL, I think that's the TV manufacturing company. I was like in this weird mindset where I was like, oh yeah, they would definitely know. And I just like started to kind of realize, like, wait a second, no, they fucking, like, why would they know? You know? Like, why would they know that? And even if they did, why? They're not allowed to just say that. So I just kind of want to, I guess, correct my statement on that, where I guess the only reason I jumped on it that way is because, guys, I think we are, no matter what, getting the PS5 Pro. I'm not saying it's necessarily going to be something that people are happy about, but I don't know. I would be more surprised if Sony didn't do a PS5 Pro. Like, I would be, because it's just like, at what point, I don't know, man. Microsoft is going to do a mid-gen refresh, and I just don't know that Sony wants to let them do it alone. I feel like Sony might be afraid that it's going to make them look bad. Katie, thank you, buddy, for the generous $50 super chat, man. That's very nice of you. You're saying, what's up, MVP? This time. Not playing Final Fantasy VII Remake yet is a violation. You're playing yourself. Use the super chat to buy the game. Don't worry, it's not a JRPG or an RPG. It's a linear action game with RPG elements. No quirky anime writing either. Well, dude, thank you for that, man. Thank you. You know what's funny, dude? It's really funny that you mentioned this, because I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. The past 2 weeks or so, I realized that, like, I haven't been playing much of anything, and and I've been really trying to think, what should I play next? And the game that just kept popping up in my brain is going to be, you should play some Final Fantasy VII Remake, and every time I've had that thought, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll wait a little bit, just a little bit longer. It's a little bit longer. But in the meantime, like, I don't really have anything else to play, and now you're over here donating that $50 super chat. You're like, bro, this is unacceptable. The time is coming. I don't know, man. I guess it has. I guess it has. I was also thinking, if Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 gets announced, it's gonna make me feel real bad to see how excited everybody is about it, and I haven't played the first one yet. You're saying clearly you don't want to play it. But the thing is, I do have a tendency to be stubborn sometimes. You know, it's, I don't think it's necessarily always a bad thing, but it definitely makes me miss certain things that I otherwise would probably let go. You know, and who knows, like, I could play it. Okay, like, yo, I didn't like it. I'll have to see, though. Look, I'm gonna try to make sure that I play it very soon, or at least start playing it. Because I did tell you guys that I want to be able to start talking more about games I've been playing on my on the podcast each week. And I'm sure you noticed the past couple weeks I haven't really been talking about anything I've been playing because there hasn't been much I've been playing. I finished Ghostwire Tokyo, and I've kind of just been chilling out a little bit. So I'll try to get into it. Tokyo, and a lot of people are like, yo, that game's pretty mid, and, you know, everybody talks about how godly Final Fantasy VII Remake is, so, I definitely gotta play it, man, so, but yeah, if I do, I'm gonna get the PS5 version, because I definitely wanna, I mean, why wouldn't I, right? Integrate. So thank you for that, Katie, I really appreciate that. It was a very generous super chat. So, yeah, just to finish out with the PS5 Pro thing, guys, I don't want to talk about the PS5 Pro anymore. I don't, because I totally realize at this point that no one wants to hear about it. Like, literally no one. And it's totally cool. It's totally understandable. All I can say at this point is that if a PS5 Pro is real, and it's something that is in development, it's not something that's going to be out for a couple of years, and there is a chance that Sony might not make one, man. You know, they might, and I think that the reasoning that people give for Sony to not do a PS5 Pro, they're actually pretty good reasons. You know, like, how many? We're not even 2 years. We're not even 2 years into the PS5's life cycle. And games are just now starting to let go of the PS4. You know what I mean? And this idea that we need another console that's going to do even more, it's like, let's just... And the more I think about it, the more I begin to agree with what people are saying, where it's like, look, I'm going to give it to you straight. If Sony makes a PS5 Pro, I'm going to buy it. Alright? Like, there's no chance I don't buy it. I mean, unless it's actually really stupid. Like, if Sony's just like, do you guys like 8K? And that's like it, like, that's the PS5 Pro, I actually would pass on that. Because I'd be like, no, I don't like 8K. I don't even have an 8K screen. You know? So, if that's like what a PS5 Pro is, then yeah, no thanks. But I have a feeling it would have to be more than that. But I just feel like, you know what, I spent all of 2020, like, obsessing over the PS5. I've had a PS5 for about 18 months now, and I'm telling you, man, like, there's been very few instances where the PS5 has been pushed at all. A game like Demon's Souls Remake pushes the visuals, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Horizon to a degree, you know, Horizon was cross-gen though, God of War Ragnarok's going to be cross-gen. It's too early, it is, and we need to see developers have time with these machines. But not just time with the machines, but time with the machines to where they're also not working on PS4 games anymore. We need to see that happen. We need to give that the time it needs to really kind of be fleshed out, and I want to see what this machine can do in the long run. You know, I want to see what it can do beyond just, you know, like, it's just like I talked about, Horizon Forbidden West, its performance mode was just unacceptable to me, where it's like, dude, this is a next-gen console right now, man. You know, like, I know that this game is struggling in the performance mode to look better because it's a cross-gen game. I know that. I know that this game was developed with a PS4 engine in mind. I know that. It's not the game's fault. It's just the natural transition of things. But I want to, you know, I do think it would make more sense for developers as well as Sony to just focus on, you know, to just focus on extracting the power out of the PS5 that you currently have, because it's powerful, man, and you can clearly see with games like Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, like, this is kind of what we can achieve. And Insomniac said it themselves with Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. They're just scratching the surface. So, you know, I again, no matter what I say, no matter what I think, I do believe Sony's going to do a PS5 Pro, but I just don't think. I think if Sony wants to push the PS5 Pro back to like a later time, that would be fine. But we also do have to think about the PlayStation 6 as well. I mean, guys, like, we all want a PlayStation 6 to happen, right? Eventually. I know that it's crazy to even be thinking about it to some people, but we do want that. We do want another generation. And I believe it was Mystic that I listened to where he brought this up, and I'm like, you know, actually it's totally true. He's like, look, anything that the PS5 Pro does isn't essentially taking away what the PlayStation 6 could potentially be or what it could do. And that's where I kind of realized, like, yeah, I mean, but the only thing about that is we don't know how long this generation's going to be. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know if this generation is going to be 7 years. We don't know if this generation could be like a 10-year generation. I mean, if this ends up being like a 10-year generation or something like that, I mean, by that point, it would be weird if we didn't get a Pro halfway through, right? And I think that is one of the reasons why we got a PS4 Pro, is the last generation was pretty long. Wasn't it? It was a pretty, I don't know, I guess it was kind of average. It wasn't like the longest. I think it was like the PS3 and 360 gen that was really long. Excuse me. Billy Too Smooth, you're saying, hey, what's up, MVG? Hope all is well. Really hoped to get a first party showcase. Looks like September it is. Also, you guys, if you're this man, get to 100k subs already. Yeah, dude, it's been slow, man. I don't know. The channel is is growing. It's just growing at a very slow rate. But I think it's, dude, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's because Sony has not been generating the hype, dude. I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just Sony knows that there is no reason for them to generate the hype, man. They know that. Sony knows that right now is not the time. They're saving the big stuff, man. And you can't blame them. They can't even sell enough PS5s. So, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that, like, I don't know. I don't want to talk like that because it feels like it's too long of a wait. Like, I was going to say, like, I don't think it's going to be until sometime in 2023, maybe, like, the next 2 years, pretty much, is when Sony really starts to ramp things up, but probably not. I mean, I don't know, dude. It's just so weird to me. I don't mean to sound, again, entitled, but I just feel like, man, what do we gotta do around here to get, like, a big showcase, you know, in June, and get 2 showcases a year? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Who knows? Maybe there could be a surprise or two at this upcoming State of Play. But something else I do want to talk about, something else I do want to discuss, let me see, so we did get a bunch of new information on the Callisto Protocol. How many of you guys are looking forward to this game? The Callisto Protocol is, it's essentially, it looks like
Gotta take out that alarm.
a spiritual successor to Dead Space. It was being made by Glenn Schofield. He was one of the original creators of Dead Space, and some of the new information we got on it, and if I'm not mistaken, it is going to be a current gen only game. Like, it's not going to be cross gen. I'm pretty sure. So they did reconfirm that the Callisto Protocol is set to be released by the end of this year. So it sounds like it's going to be a holiday game, which is awesome. Glenn Schofield calls it, for as cringeworthy as this may be, a quadruple A game. I think that's probably not the best terminology to use, but I'm picking up what he's putting down. He's essentially saying, like, yeah, it's a big AAA game, a lot of money put into it. And something else that we learned about it that I think was actually really good news, because it was pretty weird to me. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but when the Callisto Protocol was revealed, it was confirmed that this game was set in the PUBG universe. Yes, that's right, the PUBG universe, like 300 years in the future. They came out and they confirmed that that is no longer true. It's not set in the PUBG universe. It is set in its own universe, and I think that is very wise, because I have no idea. I have no idea why they would want to set that game in the Callisto Protocol in the PUBG universe. Like, that's just so weird.